Hi, this is DMAC. Thank you for watching this YouTube video on my channel. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. I invite you to subscribe. And I will be talking about success principles, principles of personal development, personal mastery, and in areas that help you become a better you. And I'm going to share with you throughout all these videos that I'll put out, about 10 minutes, maybe plus or minus. I'll be sharing with you what I have read and studied over the past 30 years and the books that I have read and continue to read and the new books that I'm reading that hopefully that I can impart to you that will be helpful to you as it has been for me. Now, today I want to talk about personal development versus personal mastery. And you can do both, but I don't think you can you? No. Usually people start through personal development, growing in stages, through phases, going up a stairs until they get to mastery. And then mastery, you just gotta kind of limit your errors. And I'm gonna use a tennis example because I played professional tennis. And you can apply this to anything. But I want you to think about, as I'm talking about this video, where are you on this ladder? Are you at personal mastery? Or are you trying to develop yourself in areas of spirituality, relationships, physical fitness, just even how you talk to yourself in your inner world, your thinking, your attitude, and the things that you need to do to have the proper skill sets to execute on whatever your dreams and your goals are. So what is personal development? Well, we can see these patterns around us. For example, little kids, when they're born, right? You can see the phases if you had children or if you've observed them, right? And I guess Piaget would be a good example of how he observed different levels of learning from toddlers to elementary to middle school to high school. But here, example of personal development is, kids what? They just sit around when they're little babies and then they begin to crawl. They're developing. Then they try to stand up and fall. And then what happens? They begin to walk. And eventually they get older and they do many things like rock climbing, dangerous things because their skill level has increased to mastery. Other things like bike, personal development. If you can look at that when you're starting, if you've never ridden a bike before you get on, of course you'll have training wheels. And then you take off those training wheels and then you begin to balance yourself. And then as you get better, your balance and your mobility on bicycles, you get more better and you can do more tricks on a bicycle or at least maneuver better. As in, for me in tennis, personal development was getting out there first to just hit tennis balls, to get to like it, to overcome some uncertainties. And you kind of go through an internal battle with yourself, whether you like the sport or not, whatever sport that may be, and what kind of experiences. And personal development, right? When regards to tennis, what happens? You start learning the ground strokes, forehand and backhand, the serve. Then as you get better, as I move through the ranks, I got to mastery. And that's basically what happens in the World Tennis Tour, where people have to master their personal mastery, right? When you get in the top in the world, it's personal mastery. You limit the errors that you make, and those who make less errors, what happens? They're more likely the ones that are going to win in a tennis match because they're airtight, solid when they play tennis. They make the big shots, but they make less unforced errors. And so that's the mastery level. Now, so I want to work on it with you guys. I want to talk to you regarding yourself. What is it? You're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to have a better relationship, whatever it is. But I want to use health and fitness. Health and fitness, maybe over a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was trying to lose weight. I was 198 pounds, and I had a goal to lose 20. I wanted to be like 165, 170. I'm fluctuating between 170, 180. So I lost 20 pounds in about 6 to 8 months. I was trying to only lose a pound a week. And I was using an app called Lose It, free app, and I kept count on my calories. And when I spent all my calories, I couldn't eat anymore. So I had to be wise in my choices of food. I was personal development. Now I'm in personal mastery with my food choices. Now I begin to say, well, do I eat junk food or do I say no to it? And I try to limit the errors as far as eating junk food like potato chips, donuts. That becomes mastery once you've already mastered your goal and hitting your objectives as far as losing weight. And then you got to think about, well, how do you get to the next level? And the hardest part is to lose the last 5 to 10 pounds, because now I need cardiovascular activities to burn off calories. You know, it's not food consumption reduction. Now it's becoming to be health, so get my heart pumping and so forth. Now I'm no expert in health, but I'm reading books on it and trying to understand how the body works and what nutrients that I should take. And so now I don't treat my body just to eat for just pleasure. That's good to have, but I eat food to fuel this body so it can be at its peak performance, and I'm over 50. So that's what I basically wanted to talk to you regarding personal development and personal mastery. So when you're going through personal development, remember you go in stages, it's small, simple steps. As you acquire the skills, the knowledge, and you can able to execute whatever that is you're trying to develop, whether it be reading or whether it be better at studying or better, that was my neighbor just moving across. I'm videotaping in my garage. Last week I was videotaping in my courtyard, but I thought, you know, why not the garage? What better place? And so forth. But it's the information. Hopefully what I'm sharing with you is valuable. I might have been going all in many directions, but try to focus on what I'm trying to say. Where are you at? Where do you want to get to? And how do you develop yourself so that you can get to the point where you're personally mastering whatever that is you're trying, whether it be health, your thinking, your attitude, or even a new job, the skill sets, and so forth. Most of the battles that you will have in personal development, personal mastery, happens in your inner world, your thinking and your attitude. And so that's why in my very first video, I mentioned how important it is to set the good foundation. And that foundation is what I would suggest to you is reading the book Think and Grow, not Think and Grow Rich, sorry, that's a good book after. But James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. Not a lot of people talk about it because there are some powerful principles in James Allen's As a Man Thinketh, and you can watch that on YouTube or get the book. I would get the book in the audio book so you can listen to it every time your brain gets your thinking gets really corrupted. You want something to think right, and so on. Well, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you'll share this video and invite and make comments, good or ill. Doesn't matter to me. I'd love to have your comments and ask me questions that I can maybe answer in other videos. So remember, where are you at? Where are you? Are you in personal development or personal mastery? In my life, in some areas, I'm in personal mastery. And in some areas, I'm in personal development. Like in finances, I'm in personal development. I'm increasing my knowledge, trying to find out the best strategy and a game plan in where I can do a step-by-step to get to the point where I acquire the necessary wealth, which to me, I've said in my past video, wealth to me is having the time to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and in my case, to be spending time with my family and reading more books and developing my health and fitness and doing things that will help other people. I'm taking the knowledge that I've used in the last 20 years in teaching high school students to impart it to the broader audience, and hopefully it's received with grateful hearts, and there's some valuable nuggets here that you can watch throughout my video. All right, thank you so much for watching DMAC Success YouTube. I invite you to subscribe, and even if you're thinking about it, just do it. Make it happen, subscribe. You can always unsubscribe later and make some comments here. So remember today, think about it. Are you in the personal development stage or are you in personal mastery? And whatever that is, begin to make a game plan. All right, thanks, and make it a great day. Bye.